Well, hello, welcome back. Today I am with Jim Brown, who is the owner of Units Moving and Portable Storage, and he's going to tell us all about his company, and it's a great resource for you. If you are thinking about moving to Boise, you need to store your stuff, you need to move your stuff, this is a great option, locally owned and operated. So, Jim, thanks for having me here.
Thanks for being here.
Great to be in your warehouse too,
Yeah.
and just to see everything. So maybe just tell me a little bit about your company. What is Units? What do you guys do? And what kind of a service can you offer to somebody like who's watching right now who's thinking of moving to Boise?
So we have a lot of options for moving and portable storage. We have these great storage containers, which you see behind me. They're weatherproof, and we can deliver them to a customer's home. They'll fit in your driveway, or they will fit in a parking space in front of an apartment. We have two sizes, a 12-foot and a 16-foot long one. And we have a robotic system that we're able to deliver those into tight spaces outside your house or in your driveway, and you move your stuff into it. You put your boxes into the container, lock it up, and then we can either leave that on your site, or we can take it and store it in our climate-controlled warehouse that's secure for as long as you want. We can also do local moves, and we can do long-distance moves. So really anything you want to do as far as storing, moving, we can do it with these containers.
Mm-hmm. And you said that it's the customers who load it themselves, right?
Correct.
You guys aren't an actual moving service in the sense that you come and take the boxes out of people's homes, is that correct?
That's correct. We do work with some local movers, packers,
Okay.
that can pack your goods if you'd like. But our business is to move the containers and put those where they need to be, and that's the protection for your goods that we offer. So.
And you were telling me earlier about how one of the unique features about Units is that there's only really 2 touch points versus 4 in a traditional storage company, I guess.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So with traditional fixed storage, you go rent your fixed storage unit, and then you may have a truck, you may not, but you obtain a truck, and then you have to load your items into the truck, your boxes into the truck, so that's 1 touch point. Then you have to unload them into the fixed storage unit. That's 2 touch points, and then you have to reverse that on the way back out. Mm-hmm. With our method, we bring the box to you, and again, we can put it anywhere you need it around your property. You load it, so that's 1 touch point. We take it away and we store it in our warehouse. And then whenever you need it back, we bring it back to you and you unload it. So just 2 touch points there, load and unload, as opposed to 4 with traditional.
And just price-wise, you were saying that you guys are actually very competitive and comparable to just a traditional storage unit as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. So this is a great solution. Not a lot of people know about mobile storage as compared to fixed. You see the fixed storage places a lot, but yeah, this warehouse is great. It's very it's very secure, and it's a great option for folks.
And tell us a little bit about how, so you're locally owned and operated. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about how Units might compare to this sort of, everybody's heard of Pods, sort of like this, national company. How would Units compare to Pods, and maybe why would this be a good solution for somebody that's living locally here in Boise?
Yeah, the main thing is service, the biggest piece. So Pods are run out of a call center in Florida, and so when you call them, you'll get someone from another state that may not know the area. When you call us, you get a person who lives here in the Treasure Valley, so knows the area. Our driver's lived here his whole life. He knows where you might live, and we can respond if you need a box quickly. We can do that. We had a lady call the other day, and it was on a Friday, and she had an emergency and needed to move out of her house, and she said, "Can you get me 2 containers to my house the next morning, the Saturday morning?" And we said, "Yes, we can absolutely do that," and we worked with her. If you have like a mismatched closing date in your house, so say you have to move out of your house that you're living in now, and you are have a month or a couple months before you move into another house. It's a great solution for that because we can just store it here for however long. As soon as you call us, we can bring it to your new place. It's just a really convenient solution, and with the locally owned, we can respond on a dime when there's a call.
Right, and you don't have to store it at the warehouse, right? You can get one of these units and store it in your driveway.
Absolutely, your driveway, and again, even an apartment, we can put these units will fit into a parking space in an apartment. So we can do that as well.
In fact, you're telling me that you have some sort of a competition with your company, right? About the tight spaces that you can get into?
Yes, absolutely. We have, so all the units locations around the country will send in pictures of tight spaces that they get into, and we have, there's a prize every month for the best picture of getting these containers into a very tight space. Only need a few inches around that we can fit them in. So if you have a small property, it's great for that.
That's pretty cool. And then when you load it onto the bus, it also, or the truck rather, not the bus, the truck, it loads level, right? It doesn't tip or anything. It's a pretty cool machine.
Yes, we have this remote controlled, what we call the robo unit, and it's got pneumatic tires on the front that won't damage your lawn or your sprinklers. And we can drive that wherever it needs to go, and then when we drive it onto the truck, the robo unit actually moves up the back of the container so that it stays level all the way onto the truck and doesn't tip, so your belongings don't shift inside.
And you can drive that on a lawn without wrecking it.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. One other question that people might have is, how do you estimate how much space you might need? Like, do you need a smaller unit? You need a bigger unit? How do you even know how much to order?
Well, the amount of furniture or items in people's houses vary, obviously.
Right.
But we say, as kind of a general rule of thumb, about 1,200 square feet for one of these 16-foot long ones. These are 8 feet by 8 feet by 16, about 1,200 square feet. And then we have a 12-foot long one that's about 900 square feet. And so that's the way that we estimate.
What's the best way to get more information on this? Do you have a website? Do they call you, or what's the best way to get more info?
Unitsstorage.com is the best way to get in touch with us.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool. Well, be sure to check it out. If you are needing to either store your stuff, move your stuff, great solution. I love that it's locally owned and operated. I know Jim, he's a great guy. He has an engineering background too, so he's a smart cookie. But really great solution. If you need something, be sure to check him out. See you guys next time.